What it do, what it do, what it do. Good evening, good evening, good evening. We are here, we are live. We have a bit of a different location this evening. I hope everyone is doing well. If you can hear me, send a shout out, make some noise, let me know you're on here. We're going to be coming to you live a little bit differently tonight uh, because we have house guests. I like to talk grown folk talking. I don't like folks in my business. However, I want to send a shout out right quick to Southern Smoke Lounge over here in Providence, which is out by Windrush Grill. Um, Southern Smoke Lounge is a new cigar shop, and we had the pleasure of visiting a couple of times, and we enjoyed it. So we're out here live.
Jonathan don't have one.
I sent it to him. We're out here live, letting you all know. Yeah, I'm saying
Hannah say you low.
I'm low. Oh, my bad. Let me turn up some volume. Can you hear me now? I might. Good evening. Good evening. Hannah, give me a thumbs up. What's up? What's up? Give me a thumbs up if you can hear me better. Hey, Hannah Birdie. Good evening, everybody. Ashanti, Denise, Dory. Good evening. Good evening. Good evening. Of course, we need no introduction. We are some Think for the People podcast. I am AP, and of course, this is my lovely wife, the executive producer, the Mrs.
Hello, people.
Say hello to the people. Um, and so we are coming to you live again from Southern Smoke Lounge out here in Providence, which is by Windrush Grill. Shamir said that's the one thing I love about y'all black folks. Y'all always start on time, no matter what. We got to, babe. We got to. Um, we are enjoying ourselves. I am smoking on a raw dog. Y'all see that by Oscar? It's a raw dog. That's what I'm smoking on tonight. I'm having a little cigar. I got a little Cabernet to go with it. It's a Cabernet 2019 by Hess. Shout out. Hold on. We have to get those particulars out of the way first.
Looks like you're looking down with that. I would bring it up.
That's just the way the camera is. Um, you know who you have to introduce. He needs no introduction. However,
Hello, Jonathan Ellison.
What's up with it?
well, I tell you, black folks are hell. Black folks are hell. How you doing? How's your week going?
It's been a shit show, but I'm good.
Man, I told you, look, y'all just don't know what's going on. It's a lot going on. The city of Shreveport, good evening, man, sunshine. The city of Shreveport has been wilding the fuck out this week. Even Bossier has been wilding, and from what I heard, Mansfield, like people have just gone crazy. Bossier been playing Super Mario Brothers along with Fast and Furious 12. Mansfield have been windmilling, fighting each other. Um, Shreveport been shooting in the air, playing gun charges. So we ain't gonna keep you on here real long tonight. We got a good quick show on here. But it was some things that we needed to talk about, and since we have Mr. Ellison in the stream, we're just gonna go on and get this started. We're gonna go on and get this started right quick. I read a post the other day. Let me pull it up because I want to be accurate in my post. I want to put it up because Mr. Ellison made a good post about the big and tall gentleman and how it was some gentlemen on there discussing how women make these comments about how, or that these men were making comments about how women don't like big guys and they be brushing them off and pushing them off. And so Mr. Ellison made it, and I'm going to have to make sure I put this in the comments. He made a post and said, fellas, this is for the big and tall guys. This is what you need to understand. Being a bigger man doesn't mean you have to be lazy, smelly, or slouchy. Being a bigger man doesn't mean you don't have stamina and can't be active. If being a bigger man is bothering you so much, then go to the gym, manage your nutrition, get the surgery, or do something because I know there can be health issues that exercise can't fix. But also, just because you use money to draw attention to yourself, then that's on you. Your size doesn't have to be combined with this unless you set that tone. It is always okay for women to not have you in their preference box. It's her choice. It's like it's your choice to not want to entertain women based on their preference. I say all of this to say that there's a place where your sense of humor, charm, charisma, character, big energy, and leadership can take a front seat to getting you in a great space with women. Please stop the pity party. What
So, what's the topic for today?
the first topic is the big and tall gentleman
So, this is the first edition
of
of
adult
Adult
sex
Sex
ed
Ed.
101. Adult sex ed 101. And the first thing we're going to talk
So, this
about,
is the big and tall
this is
edition.
the big and tall edition because we're going to get into the joy of sex later, but we're going to let a few people come into the room and let them hear what I got to say. Um, so the first topic is big and tall gentlemen and how I have never seen men be turned down because they big and tall. Like it kind of bothered me to see when men having a pity party saying that women would not approach them, that didn't look at Jonathan Faith, that they didn't like them, they wouldn't talk to them because they were big and tall gentlemen. And I was like, I ain't no big and tall gentleman. I'm a big and tall woman, and I have never had a problem with getting whatever piece of. I just say I have never had a problem getting anything that I wanted in this life from any woman that I wanted it from. I have a gorgeous wife. I have a string of past relationships, a long, a long list of past relationships. It's never stopped. We just leave it in the past. Jonathan, what you got to say?
Hey, Candace Nicole.
Hey, Candace Nicole. She
I
so
just
is funny.
as you kind of repeat the post that I made, I just tell people all the time, just learn how to be yourself. You know what I'm saying? There's a big world out there. And I won't speak on this topic in a space to disregard anyone that has
Oh no, ever.
self-esteem issues or whatever the case may be. But what I will say is if you're gonna spend so much time like pulling that pity party or saying, "Oh, the woman don't want to mess with me because I'm big," or "Oh, the woman, she'll only deal with me at this size because I got money." Let me tell you something. Let me be real fucking clear with you.
Come on, be clear. Be
Let me
clear.
be real motherfucking clear with you.
Break it down for it to forever be one.
Cause at the end of the day, I may financially do very well for myself, but my stable ain't bad. Let me be real clear. My stable ain't bad. And so
Ain't bad at all.
when it comes to a space of just saying like, hey, just be who you are, just have some charisma, have some characteristics about yourself. Have a sense of humor. That's easy. Having a sense of
Yes.
humor is very easy to have. When
I
someone
mean,
see
the
that
gift
you
of
do,
gab is everything.
yeah,
It gets them
when
every time.
when someone sees that you know how to be yourself, that shit is a beautiful thing, for real. I ain't gonna you much bullshit or lie to you. I didn't laugh a bunch of motherfuckers out their pants.
Oh, Jesus.
Here we
I'm,
go.
I'm
Let's
just I'm
go on
just
it.
being real.
Let's
I
go
done
on and
laughed a
get this
bunch of
started.
motherfuckers out their panties, and these motherfuckers, look, these motherfuckers was in, you know what I'm saying, 760s, 750s, private jets, got their own, you know what I'm saying? But the concept of is that if you want to change anything about yourself, have some type of characteristics. I done seen some of the most muscular niggas not have a personality at all, and that's all they had was that look.
Or
So if
not be able to
you
keep that woman.
but couldn't keep their woman because the big fat ass nigga came and took them. And I have no issue with it. For real. I have
That's
no issue with
stamina,
it.
boy. I tell you, that's
Look,
stamina.
look, 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 look. I have no issue with it. So it's a concept of go somewhere and just figure out who you are. Be yourself. Just do that. But my biggest thing is too hygiene. There's a concept of hygiene, keeping yourself clean, smelling good. When it comes to wearing a suit, knowing how to dress, knowing how to put that on. You know what I'm saying? I tell my brothers all the time, hey, there are suits that can make you look slimmer.
Hmm.
Don't wear a 3-button suit. Wear a 2-button suit. Don't have pleats on your dress pants when you wear 'em. Do something that slims you out, makes you look good. Tailor your suits. I don't care how much you pay for your suits. Take them somewhere. I take my suits all the time over there to Young's Alteration on
Right
Uri
there on
Drive.
Uri Drive. Uri Drive. Come on now.
And I let them take care of my suits and I do my shit. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, no, I get sick of the pity party without the concept of being feeling like
Now
you
that
got to
you
lose who
But
you are.
don't forget two very important things.
okay.
That confidence. If you walk around here with your head looking down and acting like you ain't nothing, then it comes off in you. My
Oh
mama
yeah, you
told me
do.
never to walk around my head looking down. People think I walk around here like I'm all that because my head is always in the air. Don't ever walk around with your head looking down like you ain't nothing. You have to
Right.
have that confidence in yourself. It'll come off of you, but you also gotta have that little bit of swag.
But
If you
then
got that little bit of
you
swag,
know the
boy,
same
I tell you.
same time too, don't show up with pity and sympathy on your in your energy. Don't do that shit. I'm gonna tell you something my grandmama used to say, baby. If anything, if you want sympathy, you need to look in the dictionary between shit and syphilis. So,
Maybe. Come on, Grandma. Come
you
on,
know,
Grandma. Bring it real.
that's just how she used to come with it. But at the end of the day, like I said, just carry yourself in a space. I done seen some shout niggas. I done seen shout niggas pull some bad women.
Yes.
I done seen some. I done seen some
Short,
niggas
fat,
cock.
tall, skinny.
I done seen some cockeyed dudes. You know what I'm saying? Pull
I
some.
know a cockeyed girl right now that suck the hell out you. Oh, no.
Whew. Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
They say she had a mouthpiece on her, but her eyes went like this. Literally. Them motherfuckers would start out like this and go that way. I ain't lying to
We
you.
we was
This
doing
is
so.
about the men
We was doing
today.
I'm just
good. We was
This
doing
is about the men today.
I'm just saying.
And fellas, don't forget that smell good.
Yes.
Don't forget
You
that smell
you
good.
heard what I what I'm saying. I guess what we're saying is personal hygiene and grooming is everything. So if
yeah.
if your grooming is not up to par, then you stop yourself coming out the gate.
Right.
I remember when we were young. Y'all have to understand. I'm 6 feet tall. However, I've been 5'8" since I was in the sixth grade, literally. So my grandmother always tell me, walk with your shoulders back and your head held high. Be proud and confident of who you are. I've always been big and taller than everybody else in my classroom. So it was I always had a confidence booster. It was instilled in me. So, and when I used to hear people say that big people didn't groom themselves, big men, big women, I was like, shit. My mama taught me wash, front, back, and drop it off. Get under your arms,
That's
where
it.
you face, neck. My mama used to get the alcohol, wash our necks, all of that. And so
Right.
grooming has always been everything to me. So I never understood why people felt that big people, because there's some funky, skinny motherfuckers around here. We see y'all all the time. And we be talking about y'all, talking about, did y'all smell her walk off breath? Her walk off air was hell. That's neither here nor there.
AB.
What I'm
I'll never forget. I'll never forget a young lady one time said that she didn't want to deal with a bigger guy because of the sweat. And I said,
because
well,
of the
you know,
what?
I don't mean no harm.
Sweat.
But number one, who hunching you in a house that ain't got good AC? Let's start there.
You shouldn't be
Um,
hunting in nobody's house if they don't have
well,
AC.
but then the
Start
next
there.
thing is, do y'all look at Chris Powderhead Brown, how he be sweating? He smiled, but he sweat because of that powder.
Right.
So if you sleeping with powderheads that are sweating on you, sweetheart, don't put it on big people. Don't put
That
it
ain't
on
on
big
people.
people
It
because
ain't big
So
people.
it got,
First of all, they ought to be able to hold themselves up. Who you
there
sleeping
you
with that
go.
can't hold
I
their
got
own
strong
body weight
arms.
off?
Who can't
There
hold
you
their own
go.
body weight? Come
Because
on now.
give, let me tell
Jesus.
you something. Let me tell you something.
Get somebody else to do it.
The same thing that old boy did on Baby Boy when he was doing that squat thrust. I gotta tell
Baby.
her in my phone, I can pull up right now and get to you, and she'll tell you she didn't got that squat thrust before on the balcony off coast to Costa Rica. And
Baby.
okay, I'm sorry. Keep going. Keep going. I'm
Look,
sorry.
a few of the comments, Fat is Few, what up, bro? He said this gonna be a good one. It is. Look, Fat, you what, 6'4", you nothing but muscle. We know the ladies attracted to you. But you know your sister gonna come with that swag anyway, so I don't have to have no muscle. I bet you need a muscle and I need strong back in the long term and it all works out
And
together
that
for the
gift the gab.
that
That
gift of
damn
gab.
pulls them
I,
every time. I'm
I,
sick of you.
I got muscles in the right places.
Me too. A few more. Jessica Franklin says, because you are all that, and good evening, everyone that's tuning in. George Jackson, good evening, good evening. Kimberly McCarter says, greetings and salutations. I'm late, but I'm here. I hope you're doing well. I know you had surgery last week. We're praying for you. Hannah Burton, that's my child. A lot of people talk crap about fat people, but all the fat people in happy relationships and living their best life. I'm just
Hmm.
saying. Yeah, look, I'm gonna trip y'all out though. Years ago, when I used to club all the time, I used to go to this club called Chicago's downtown. I know y'all remember Chicago before it burned up. So I'm in the club. I got three in the club. I'm maneuvering the hell out the club, right? So it's this little skinny girl, and I was like, "Ooh, she was a little thin for me," but I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna try that." And I walked up to her. I was like, "Yeah, can I buy you a drink? How you doing this evening? I'm putting my best snack down."
Don't worry, I've
And
heard this story already.
she was like, "I don't do big girls." I said, "Oh, oh, okay, no problem." There go her drink. I walked off, kept on going, maneuvered my way through the room. So about 5 or 6 drinks in for my group, we popping bottles, we doing all that shit. We getting nasty on the floor. Well, one of the little chicks that's with us was like, "AB be throwing them back." So I picked her up, put her up here on my shoulders, and I showed them what I could do. Next thing I know, she come up to me, "Oh, I didn't know you could work it like that." I said, "You'll never find out, bitch. Real nigga shit." So, with that being said, stop judging people by the look. You just thought that I was a big dude. I don't know what she thought, or a big girl. If you couldn't, I couldn't handle my own, babe. I'ma always handle my own. And girl, you know, my reputation speaks for itself.
Her
Right,
reputation preceded itself.
right.
I'm just saying. Shamari says, in my line of work, the BO has come from. Wait a
The
minute.
body odor.
Oh
BO stands for
my
body
God,
odor.
BO. She says the body odor has come from the smaller women, never the thicker women. Small and big women, chime in, chime in. Mark Maiden, what it do? Where she at, AB? I'm telling you, ask OJ about her eyes cocked like a pistol. Ask OJ. Long time ago. Not new
Yeah.
OJ. Old OJ. I had to put that disclaimer out there. Not new OJ. Old OJ. Her eyes was cocked like a pistol. She was ordering shit to the house, and I was like, OJ, take this.
Oh, quickie Mickey.
Okay, okay, my bad. Stay on topic, stay focused, stay on task. How you doing? All I'm saying is stop looking at people and just assuming they're one way because they got weight on them, they got meat on them. I ain't never in all my 49 years of living, I ain't never had nobody tell me they smell me.
Never.
I
I
was
have
dirty.
never smelled her in 13 years.
In 13, that's what she. Didn't you ask me that? Tell me, why do you never? I never smell you musty. I'm like, am I supposed to be musty? So clearly, her past people must have been musty. And I was like,
This
No,
person never sweats.
because
I'm
you
a
a
She'll
grown,
person.
never
I'm a
sweat.
person.
you a grown person
I'm a
that
grown.
knows how to adjust to weather. When I know it's
Right.
hot and it's summertime, I know I need to wash my ass more, and it's okay. What
Yeah.
I also don't have a problem with is washing my parking lot and washing my ooty hole. Let's be very clear on this,
Uh,
because I'm gonna wash that motherfucker
Explain
and
to
make
us
sure
again
it's
what the
clean.
parking lot and the Udi hole. We know what the Udi hole. What's the parking lot again?
That parking lot is that part right there below my nuts before you get to the ooty hole. So I'm gonna watch that motherfucker good because here's what I want. This is what I need her to do.
Okay.
you need her to handle that part right there.
Here, that little
I don't
part
see
right there
why.
in my meat. Because I'm gonna say, look, first of all, let me let y'all know something. I know some of you lame ass niggas gonna get on here and get in your motherfucking
Here
feelings
we go.
and be talking about, I ain't no nigga that's gonna get no wax. Let me tell you something. I get my meat wax, and when I
Uh,
tell you, the motherfucking women open their throats up real good when they see that meat wax.
they
They be very
appreciate
clear on this shit. They get that. They put that meat all the way in their throat. So let me
Real
be
talk.
very clear.
A lot of guys don't, but I learned when I was playing sports that guys, especially professional athletes, a lot of them do shave because they don't want the body sweat, they don't want the hair, they don't want the must. And so a
Right.
lot of professional athletes that you would not think they actually shave.
but no, fellas, if you did, you probably would get your balls sucked a little bit more if it had a little less hair down there,
Look,
because it wouldn't have much
look,
odor. I'm just saying.
Amber,
look.
I'm
what you
just
just
saying.
said.
Cause
You
look,
said
Yeah.
it.
look, it's patchouli soap washed under that thing. No, let me be
Not
very clear.
patchouli.
Patchouli soap. Let me be very motherfucking clear. So at the end of the day, again, keep playing with us if you want to. For
So,
real.
Jonathan, have you ever had someone? I know people have personal preference, but in your line of work or in your career, have you ever had a woman be like, "Oh no, it's okay"? Because
Oh,
your personality and humor just
look,
pretty
but
much precedes the room.
so when you told your story earlier, it made me laugh and I shook my head because traveling all over the world and shit like that, I've in the United States. Let me fix this real quick.
Uh oh.
I've never had a problem when I've used my passport and I've been in another country. In the United States, amongst our own black women, because I ain't had no problem out of white, Asian, or nothing else either. And
Uh
we
oh.
not gonna go there.
Uh oh.
I've had black women say, the whole laughing, joking, how you doing? Hey, let me buy you a drink. Da 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 da. For them to go, hey, I don't mean no harm, but I don't mess with big dudes. Hey, that's fine. That's okay.
No problem.
Sorry for interrupting your space or whatever. You have a good night. Now, what I have had is I've had about 25% of that to happen to me. Split that in half. Them same motherfuckers that seen me go over and talk to a chick that was better than them. Let's be very clear on something real motherfucking
Yeah, they
quick.
don't like that. When you go get one
If
that's bad
women,
than the
if
one that
women
tried to
gonna
turn
tell
you
the
down,
truth
that's a
about
wrap.
something, if women and men too, because I know some men that play against the whole I don't do big girls, but then you will turn around and see a real nigga fucking with him, and then you try to spin the block.
Right.
But I have had women to say, I don't do big dudes, it's okay. And I'm like, shit, that's your preference, baby. You grown, that's your boundaries. I'm not gonna fuck with that. I'm not gonna call you out your name, I'm not gonna say none of that. But when
Mm-mm.
you see me by the end of the night, got another one that look better than you, grinning and laughing and cheesing, sweetheart, find you something safe to do. I'm not interested no more.
So, what would be your advice for a guy that's watching this right now that's felt that he's had a pity party, feels that, like you say, it's some things are just personal preference, but those guys
Therapy,
that are
therapy, therapy.
say therapy, they need
Therapy.
therapy first.
Like therapy. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, know who you are as a person enough to sit down and engage because reality is a lot of it is trauma. A lot of it is trauma. A lot of it is a concept of you've grown up in a family setting where everybody was a certain size, and you felt like, oh well, because of that size, or the things you see on TV, or the things you hear from others, or they use fat in a negative notion, or they do anything in that space. You assume because at that size you're unhealthy. You
Right.
assume that you are not in a space to achieve anything. Fat ain't never stopped me from doing shit. Fat or getting out there and change a tire. I've been fat and walked up mountains. I've been fat and saw like sitting in an airplane with a small seat. Ain't stopped me from doing shit. My stamina, I done knocked the motherfucker a hole in the wall of a motherfucker, and she was just like, "Damn, where all that came from?" I'm actually gonna show you a text thread. That young lady say,
Uh oh.
I didn't know you had all of that in there. Shit, yes, because I know I ain't got to sit up with my meat hanging out for you to know I got one. Shit, I'm
And I
good.
think that's the problem. So many guys, especially smaller guys, want to walk around. It's just like smaller women. They want to walk around with it being advertised.
With
And
everything
with
hanging out.
yeah, with everything. And then when you don't
Good.
walk around, that's like Pamela. Pamela don't advertise, but you can't miss it. She don't have to advertise. It ain't going nowhere. You gonna see it. And it's
Real
gonna
talk.
say thick thighs save lives, and that's on both ends of the spectrum, with men and women. Don't knock something that you haven't ever tried because you don't
Real.
know what you might be missing. And like you say, that a lot of that is childhood trauma. We as a people stop looking at your children talking about with your fat ass. Go sit down with your little fat ass little boy, little
Right.
fat ass boy.
Words.
But you hear that all the
But words
time,
are
and
power.
that Words are power, and that trauma is instilled in our children from our own mouths. I don't do it. I'll tell mine in a minute. I think mine are the most gorgeous. You ain't got to think my children are the most gorgeous. I tell them they're the most gorgeous because I want them to believe they can achieve and do
Let,
whatever they
let
want to.
me give
It might
you.
not be for you, but they for somebody. And they got a mama who you
Let
don't
me
like it. Don't worry, mama on the way.
let me give you a beautiful space with. As a child, even if it was summertime, anything else, I would wear jeans
Me
because
too.
when I was in school, motherfuckers would tell me, "Nigga, you got big legs like a girl,
You got what?
big legs like a girl," and it man, when I tell you that shit used to drive the shit out of me. So when it was summertime, I was out there cooking like a motherfucker because I was out there in man, put no on.
You was out there at some 507s.
Shit. You hear me? I was out there in some leaves and some wranglers and gave no fucks under that bitch cooking. Nuts on simmer. Do you hear me?
I don't say nuts on simple.
But eventually, I had to get at a certain space in my life and go, look at these legs. Like, I don't give a fuck. One thing they can't say is these bitches ever.
Bring your phone up, Jonathan. You
I
breaking up.
say they can't never say the motherfuckers ass. These
Yeah.
knees and ankles never ass in there. They be
Never
very
ask you. You got that carrot on. You got that good shit on your knees like this.
for real. For real.
Tarsha, Kelly said words hurt. I agree. Hannah Bird says I feel I'm too young for every conversation. Girl, it's just grown woman talking. A grown woman now. Because Wendy said, okay, I'm too young for this conversation tonight, or maybe it's because it's Jonathan else. Wendy, we remember the ass. So you ain't too young for no conversation we having on here. Okay. Tarsha says, I have had a guy tell me that my size was a turnoff for most. Wow. He said my size and personality didn't match because I'm confident like a skinny girl, but I'm not skinny. What the fuck? You know what used to about go ahead, you were about to say something?
You know, that's crazy she said that because I've had people to tell me that my personality don't match my sorority. That I have the personality of an AK but a body of a Delta.
What the fuck that mean?
Because they said that
That
I'm
ass was for the
bougie.
deltas and that bougie was for the actors.
Yes,
Don't
isn't
worry
that
about it.
crazy?
She all delta, y'all. She all delta.
I
And,
could never
you know
do
what
the
used to
people.
bother me when I was younger? I remember being young and we were in Dillon's. I was with my mother. This lady, less melanated lady, walked up to my mother and said, "You're pretty for a big girl."
I hate when people tell
And my
people
mama
that.
looked right at her and said, "Bitch, I'm pretty for every girl," and walked off. Grabbed my hand and walked off. So if you have met my mother, then you know. And I was like, whoa, I was young. And I was like, man, that's a comeback for you. So
Right.
when you people need to think about what the hell you're saying. You walk up to people and tell them, you pretty for a big girl. Bitch, what? No, I'm pretty.
Well, let
Just
me
say I'm
say this.
attractive. But
This
don't,
is this, after that. Let me say this right here. A lot of people don't know that in the last couple of years I've been ill.
right.
When I lost 35 pounds a couple of years ago, people came up to me and was like, "Wow, you look so good." I almost didn't recognize it. And now I've gained 30 pounds. But people don't know that I'm ill.
Right.
And I lost 35 pounds because they didn't know what was wrong with me. And I've
Right.
been on steroids for the last 7 or 8 months
It was
because
time today.
the doctor wanted me to fluff back up.
Right.
It hasn't bothered me because I gain weight in the right places. My hips,
It ain't
my
bothering me
booty,
what you gave
it's
me.
bootylicious or whatever. But people have to be careful where they say what they say to people because you don't know if they're sick. Some
Right.
people have lost weight
Good
because
point.
they're sick.
Good
Some
point.
people have gained weight because they're sick.
Or they're going through some
Or they're not.
life is
It's really
life
right.
is for
So
people.
I tell people all the time, you have to be careful what you say to people because you don't know where people are in their life.
Yeah,
A lot of people are not smaller or bigger by choice. There's so many people in our age group or just
they're
in
just
life
going through life.
that medicine is making them gain weight, illness is making them gain weight or
Hard
lose
head ass
weight.
children are stressing the hell
There's
out of
just
them.
so many people that are in this place because they don't have a choice. So
Right.
you have to be mindful and careful of what you say to people. Because I know some people who've lost 20 pounds and hate where they are. No matter what they do, they can't gain it back. I've been there. I know some people who gained 30, 40 pounds. I'm there right now. Steroids put weight on you, and it's hard to get it off. But every time you go to the doctor, he study pumping you up. The medicines that take care of us sometimes fluff us up. And if we want to live, we're going to take those
Hannah,
same
Hannah was
medicines.
on steroids from the age of 2 or 3 up until the age of 20. So she was just gonna be a thicker child. But Leah was the size of one. It didn't matter. None of that mattered. They're my children. I love the way they look because they mine. They're gorgeous. They my children. So people need to stop thinking whatever is going on. And like somebody just said in the comments,
But I've
my
always had this booty. It's
shut
just a little bit more
it's just a
bootylicious.
it's more bootylicious than what it
Yes.
was.
So
Um,
the booty don't go nowhere.
Kimberly McCarter says, I have heard the pretty for a big girl so many times in my life. Kimberly McCarter, Dr. No. First of all, you should look at them and say, I am Dr. McCarter and I am beautiful or pretty for whatever I am in life. Stupid motherfuckers. They talking to a doctor. Recognize and address you as they should. George Jackson said he was trying to call you stuck up on the sleep when he said you had the personality like that. Oh, that's what that is. Shamari says, I have absolutely heard you're pretty to be a dark girl. Makes my teeth eat. I'm darker than berry, sweeter than juice. I've always been partial to darker women,
Color.
and especially darker women, beautiful skin. Oh my God. Anyway, you
Took you back, huh?
took me back. My
You better
Jones,
be thinking about me
I'm
where
thinking about
to.
you with
You
your
better
dark
be.
ass, with your retarded
Mm.
ass.
Them chocolate.
That's war talk. If y'all don't know
Ooh,
what war talk is, I'm gonna
them
teach you in just a
chocolates.
minute. Just hold on, it's coming. My
Ooh.
Johnson, somebody told me that last Saturday. It was very distasteful. I can't believe I've seen your enormous personality, and I can't believe you even let them get away with that. I know y'all were probably at our team and probably didn't want to turn that bitch out for the sake of it, but I probably would have flipped the table in that motherfucker. You don't get
For
the
real.
fuck out my face. Talking about, anyway, Sharika says, how you gonna give me a compliment and insult me at the time? That's like people saying, oh, I see your little car. When people, you get a new car,
Right.
oh, I see your little car. Oh, you got a new job. Oh, I see your little job. That's that slick ass comment shit. That they're complimenting you because they're supposed to, but they don't really mean it because they're really hating on you.
But you,
So
there's a lot of people that live in a space that they don't know how to deal with the compliment they can't receive, even when
right.
they look the part. So there are a lot of people, and I want to take us back to the conversation we had last week, surgery and everything else. There's a lot of people that go get that surgery, and they're not mentally where they need to be.
And that's why it's not a success.
Because here's the thing: if you lost all the weight here and you're still uncomfortable fat here,
You're obese in the mind.
you're
You
still
got
here.
that extra shit on your mind.
You still here. You still here. So if you're living in that type of space where you don't know how to break away from that, like I said, it's hard. I'm not supposed to say it's easy. I'm not supposed to say the world makes it easy. I'm not going to say the internet, social media, and everything else that's out there does not make it very hard for you to feel comfortable with who the fuck you are. I completely get that shit. But at the end of the motherfucking day, sometimes you have to learn to tell a motherfucker fuck you and do it for you.
There you
Like
go. You
seriously,
say
you gotta say fuck you and do it for you. Because at the end of the day, guess what? When I get dressed for me. I stand in that
me.
motherfucking mirror and look at myself. I be like, boy, you cutting up today. Boy,
You
what the
cutting up
fuck?
today. Go
Yeah,
on
you
do
cutting
it.
up
Do
today.
it one time.
I
Go
see
on
you
do it
cutting
one
up.
time.
Look, nigga, you cutting up today, nigga.
You better do it.
I see you, nigga. So it's that concept of being in that space. It's the concept of doing it and just being who the fuck you got to be for yourself. And then figure out how to build that up. Figure out how to take that time to give yourself a compliment. Fuck anybody else giving you a compliment. Give yourself a compliment sometimes.
And let me say this before I go. We as a people have to stop hurting each other and ourselves. We have to stop being
Right.
saying derogatory comments to one another or about one another. Now I joke and I make funny comments all the damn time, but when it comes to trashing somebody down and hurting their mental or their physical, that's just a few of the comments Candace Nicole says, Lord, that Jesus fam is fine. I said it in Candace Nicole voice. Sharika says, my weight has never been a problem for me yet. I use what I got to get what I want. Trust me, I get what I want. Nishanti says, yep, I was dying when I was smaller, and now I'm well and full of life, and they think I should lose. I'd rather be heavy and healthy than small and dying. Good
Mhm.
point. Kizzy says, yes, because ever since I had COVID, the steroids to build my lungs back up is blowing me up. And that's what they're to do. They're to help you get healthy, to help you get
Right.
better. Nikisha said, I've already had people tell me I'm pretty for a dark. I just don't understand. Pretty for a dark girl or pretty
Yeah.
because for a big girl? Rochelle Gregg says, and just because I gain or lose weight has nothing to do with depression or lack of a partner. It doesn't. It's just life. I lose weight in the winter. I gain in the
Mhm.
summer because I'm normally traveling and I'm hanging out and I'm living free. In the winter, I'm not moving around as
We're in
much.
the house
We're
nesting.
in the
It's
house
cold.
Right.
nesting. It's cold. So I usually lose in the winter and gain in the summer. Everybody else be trying to get summertime fine. I be trying to get the fuck out of Shreveport fine. That's
For real.
all I be concerned about in the
For
summer. I
real.
don't be caring about nobody. I just be wanting to travel and live life. Mayor
Uh,
Sunshine says, out of 5 children, I was always the heaviest. Mayor Sunshine, you ain't heavy. I had low self-esteem until I realized that confidence and sexy is not a size, it's a state of mind. No matter what size I find myself, I am amazing, and I do say so myself. Mayor Sunshine, you are amazing, amazing, absolutely gorgeous. Kelly Sweet said, I'm just going to be short and thick until I get the tall surgery. Kelly, let me look at this camera over here. I told you last week, let it go, baby. You've been 4'11" and a half. I know you said 5. You've been 4'11" and a half as long as I've known you. That tile surgery ain't gonna happen, sugar. We just gonna love you the way you are. Candace Nicole says, I'm too scared of karma to talk to or of human beings in any other way than respectful. This is a good chance right now, as we're feeling so good in life and talking so freely. Everybody is feeling good for me to segue into what I call. I gotta show y'all what this is one of my go-to books when I was younger. The Joy of Six. The Joy of Six. And
Beautiful.
I started. It's a beautiful book.
Beautiful book.
The Joy of Sex was a book based on, I don't know if you all remember The Joy of Cooking, those books when we were younger, but they drafted and wrote this book based on the joy of cooking. They teach people with illustrations how to enjoy sex and how to enjoy life. And the reason why I wanted to segue with this, because if you can read some of the comments from this book that the author, Alex Crumper, wrote, and you can find this book on Amazon. They have used copies, and they've actually done a revised copy. It says, if you don't love your body, change your mind. If your partner doesn't love your body, change your fucking partner. The things, also he said, the things that stop you having sex with age are exactly the same as those that stop you from riding a bicycle. And the reason why I wanted to talk about that is because, yes, go on Amazon
Yeah,
and
Sharika, go get you a
go
copy.
grab, because they have revised this book. This book was like a blueprint for me growing up. I always read this book. I always reference back to this book. Um, this book taught me about Kama Sutra. This book
That's
taught me
where you
about,
learned it
it is. This book
from.
taught me about Tantra and Tantric sex, if you all don't know what that is. And this is one thing that I want to talk to people about, the joy of sex. And my question to you all for this week was, are you enjoying sex?
Are you enjoying
I
sex?
enjoy sex. I enjoy sex with the fullest. I enjoy sex with myself. I enjoy sex with my partner. I
This is my
I
question.
am
I
a
have a
I
question
am a
as well.
Scorpio, so I enjoy. Go ahead.
People, did you hear her say, I enjoy sex with myself as well? This is very important. If you don't know how to enjoy sex with yourself, how are you going to enjoy sex with someone else? If you don't know what you like, how you gonna know
If what
what
they're doing is what you like.
you like? So first, learn what you like. And she, I'm just gonna go and say it, she likes how I enjoy myself as well.
Wait a minute. I'm too young for this
So,
conversation. Hold
do
on.
you
I did not
enjoy
expect
sex with yourself? Put it in the comments.
Put it in the comments. We want to hear from you guys.
Do you like
Do you
enjoying sex with
enjoy
yourself?
sex? Are you having the joy of sex? Um, and if not, tell us why. Because
Why
we're here. We
not?
have this is an open forum. This is a safe space.
And if
We're
you
not going to
haven't
discuss it
tried
because
it,
we're here to help
maybe
you
you should
guys.
try it first.
Jonathan, do you actually what? No, I have a better question for Jonathan. What does your joy of sex look like? Why do you have a joy of sex?
I think I think what's very important when it comes to the concept of sex is what turns you on. What turns you on? Understand that everything that our body does is connected to our mind.
You right.
It's got to be connected to your mind. It's got to be connected to mental stimulation. For me, mental stimulation, that's how you get to my meat.
You
You
like the
get to my
smart
meat.
ass girls.
You got to get to you get me right here. I'm sold. I'm sold because number one, you showing me your confidence. You showing me that you know your own body,
Hmm.
and you showing me that you understand the concept of anybody that you touch or that touches you. They're different. They're know how to touch them, know how to please them. Because at the end of the day, me pleasing you and seeing you shake like a catfish out of cross lake, that is
Hey,
for me.
can I
That
get you to go ahead and patent that term, kicking like a fish out of cross lake? I need you to patent that term. I know that term's gonna make us some money. I just gotta figure out how.
we
We
got
need
to
to
figure
put that
out how
shit on a
to
T-shirt
look.
like Forrest Gump.
Look,
Hmm.
seeing a woman have that look, and when she look at you, and she look at you, and she, what are you doing? When she look at you, what you doing, not what you doing to look disgusted. Because what you doing,
What that look like?
That
What are
look
you
just
not the
go home.
doing to
disgusting
me?
what you doing, but that
Go home.
what
What are
in
you
the fuck are
doing
you
to me?
doing?
When she asks you what you doing to me, or that motherfucker look at you while you see her looking over you while you supposed to be asleep, and then she fuck around and look at you and she say, "Where you going? You leaving? When I'm gonna see you again? Why you touch me like that? Why did you choke me like that? Why did you pull my hair like that? Why did you spank me like that? Because you are my fucking whore, and I love enjoying you." That's what you supposed to put a motherfucker in. It's too many motherfuckers out here that don't know how to please themselves. But let me be very clear with you. When I violate the shit out of myself, I'm happy. Look at him.
Jesus.
Look
So
at him.
you
Because I'm
you
gonna
taking
teach you how to
advantage of
touch me.
yourself.
I'm gonna teach you how to touch me. Because if you think just walking around because you got an ass on you and you think you cute, that don't do shit for me.
Nothing.
At the end of the day, sweetheart, the U.S. Census says that there are 850 women to each
I'm gonna go
motherfucking
to
man.
sleep.
Dog. You got to show me what's special about you. What's special about you, dog? Show me
You
why
gotta
I
be able to
feel
do
the same.
more than just walk around
Why
in some heels.
why should I sneak you to the bathroom in the airplane before we land?
Hmm.
Mm.
Why should
See,
I
one good thing
okay?
about us, we can go in the bathroom
We can go
together.
in the bathroom
There
together.
you go.
Take that thing.
When we go missing
Okay.
from the
I,
table, what pan did I read? We'll be
I,
back.
What you say, Jonathan?
I am okay with that person in the building next to us watching me do what I do because I'm gonna perform to my highest motherfucking level.
Can I need to ask you that question, but
Yeah.
I want our women to understand. We know that you're beautiful. We know that you all are fine. What's up, T? What's up, Tim? We know that you all are beautiful. We know that you all are fine. However, that don't turn on our minds. And I'm speaking from the fellas because y'all think that just because you got a big ass that that's all it is. That don't speak. If you can't stimulate me now, don't get me wrong. When she come out the shower and it's just a little piece of towel covering this nigga, I'm watching it just like that. However, that's because she already has it. If you don't have me, if you don't have that person yet, you got to stimulate more than that. Like Jonathan has told y'all before, it'll get up, but is it gonna be rock hard?
There
That's
you go.
And
that's a
is it gonna stay
and is it
hard?
gonna stay rock
That's
hard?
it. That's it.
That's
Because
the thing. But if I
get me to the point where I can knock sheetrock down. Get me to that
Mm.
point. I can knock sheetrock down from your energy, from everything that you stand on, from the point. I want you to make me think that nigga, if you don't do your job, I know another nigga that will.
Hmm.
There you go.
I tell you, my goal was to make sure she was fucking me and nobody else. I
That
ain't gonna
and
give
she
you a
always
chance
said that was her
to
goal.
fuck nobody else.
Her goal was to make sure
That's
I
it.
could step out.
But it's a bunch of motherfuckers out there walking around assuming that just because you pretty or just because you got a bunch of niggas following you, sweetheart, there's a difference between you being a calm dumpster and you being desired.
That's another show.
There's a difference. I'm gonna say it again. There's a difference between you being a calm dumpster and you being desired.
Hmm.
Show me you know how to use your motherfucking words. Show me that whatever experience I have with you, I'm gonna think about you when I'm walking down the middle of an aisle in the grocery store and I see some peaches up there on the counter and I go, oh shit, wonder what she doing.
Right,
Make you think about it, huh?
Let
right.
me think about your shit. That's what I say. But now, if you can't do that for me, baby, get somebody else to do it because I don't give a fuck.
And I want to have these conversations about adult sex and enjoy sex because y'all don't know how many people we know that do not enjoy sex. And they're just with these partners because they've been with them for a long amount of time. They're stuck in the relationship. They're friends. Their friendship means more than their sex life. And they have become such good friends. And the partnership has taken a hit because I understand. I want to be best friends with my partner. I am best friends with my partner. She's best friends with me. However, you have got to do something. And like I say, we've been together 13 years. You have to keep it exciting. You have to learn new things to engage your partner in and to let them know, hey, I'm still here. Now, don't look at that bitch over on the pole. Look at this booty on the pole. I can show you way more things than she can ever show you. And so we just have to keep having these conversations because I want our ladies to understand. And ladies, please be honest. Be honest with your mates. Be honest with your partners, whether it's male, female, cat, or dog. You are doing your mate a disservice by not being honest with them and letting them know, hey, I'm not satisfied. Don't just be sitting up laying in bed looking at each other talking about, this motherfucker make me sick. No. You got to do something. Like Jonathan said earlier, if you ain't never woke up and a motherfucker was staring at you like this,
Hmm.
then you ain't did nothing. And not in a bad way, just looking at you like, I love this motherfucker.
You
Right.
wake up like that all the
I
time.
wake up like that all the time. I just wake up and
For
say, like,
real.
what in the fuck? I be thinking she went through my phone like,
Right.
what?
I don't have to go through
And
your phone. I
right,
have
you
your
got the
passcode.
password, but what I'm saying,
That's it.
sometimes you wake up and a person just be looking at you and you be like, I love you. Okay, I love you. Now take your crazy ass to sleep.
Right. And a lot of times, it ain't the concept that you feel like you just have to do the obvious of being naked. Show me you know how to tease yourself. Show you know how to tease me. The concept of people that don't understand what foreplay is very fucking scary. Because the concept is, sweetheart, foreplay starts before I even fucking touch you. Foreplay needs to be a concept of I can mentally provide you with a space that you know me and I know you, and I can bring up about a past situation, or we can sit there and look at each other and not even use words. That's real foreplay. Motherfuckers don't get this shit.
Mayor Sunshine says, don't stop when you have them. We've been married 27 years. Keep it stimulating and know how to keep each other sexually intrigued. So, ladies, put it in the comment. Let's be brutally honest. Girl Pam, I'll ask you this question so that you can answer and they'll feel comfortable.
Hmm.
Mayor Sunshine made a valid point. Keep it stimulating and how to keep each other and know how to keep each other sexually intrigued. Are you constantly sexually intrigued by me? It's an open
Yes,
forum.
I
You see,
am.
you saw that look on
That's what I want. I want people to feel comfortable.
I am.
So,
you
But
ladies,
you
saw
know,
the look
I
on
keep
her
us
face of
sexually intrigued too.
right?
Sometimes you gotta roll over at night and just open your legs and put the hand down
Wait,
there.
too much.
I'm just
Hold
saying,
on, the
sometimes
kids
you
on here.
gotta
Wait.
just wake up in the middle of the night and be like, come here, girl, or come here, baby. You know, just catch them off guard. You know, be spontaneous.
Hey, we
Do
got
something
children
different.
on here.
I'm just Hannah done logged off or something.
Hannah
But
ain't
I'm just
logged
saying.
off. Hannah's still watching, but Hannah
mm,
eats spaghetti, so Hannah knows exactly what I'm
Hmm.
talking about. That's
Yeah.
the spaghetti eater right
you hear
there.
Pam? That shit, you ever heard
I heard her
Jonathan?
talking.
Mhm.
I told you guys earlier that Girl Pam and I were having war talk. Do y'all know what war talk is? If not, let me break it
Teach
down
them.
for
Teach them
Ella.
about war talk.
But you know, sometimes you ain't even gotta have talk. Sometimes you
Sometimes
gotta
it can
do is
just
just
be a
a
look.
look.
If you look at me the wrong way, I'm subject to take anyway. Let me get
Jonathan
back on
tells us
subject.
about that all the time. But y'all two over
And
there.
the bad part is that now Jonathan and Daryl have picked up on our war talk,
It's
and
like
now they
y'all
be
two.
like, "Yeah, motherfuckers need to go home."
And look, because I know right then and there, it's time to go and close out.
Whenever you
It's
get war
time to
talk, he
close
always
out.
say, "Let me close this tab." So war talk, I call it war talk. The reason why I call it war talk because it's just a war of words. We're verbally sparring with each other. We're verbally teasing each other.
It's about to go
It's a
down.
we're verbally teasing each other, and it's called war talk. And that just means that she said something, I played off what she said, or she's done something, so I'm gonna engage in what she's done, and that just heightens the sense of desire. And so by the time we finally get home, it's
Or
like,
in the car.
or in
By
the
the time
car.
we get in the car.
So always engage in war talk with your partner. War talk doesn't have to be a bad thing. War talk is a good thing for us, and we talk about it all the time. I can hear Jonathan flirt. I can hear Dara talking. I'd be like, "That's war talk." Let me get at them grown folks' business because I like the thought of war talk. And so you have to do these little things to keep things stimulated. And like I say, we can be in a crowded room of such as a few weeks ago, a crowded room of 650 people, but I know how to have that war talk and make her look at me and she be like, "What you say? Oh, really? Oh, that's what you want? That's what we gonna do? Okay." Always engage in war talk. And I say this about men, especially men that we know, Jonathan especially, if you are talking his language, if you are talking his language, if you are saying something about some stocks and you know what the fuck you're talking about, if you have said something about a news article and you know what the fuck you're
If
talking
you
about,
know something about that census,
if you know something about that census, you subject to get your hand tucked in his pocket, and it might not be no pocket there, it might just be meat.
oh,
But
you something to make him put his hand around your head, girl.
Mm.
T, some of the
Because at
things
this
I'm
point, if
saying,
she's talking like that there, I'm going to look at them and go, okay. Oh,
you
shit,
supposed to get a handful. You
give
supposed to
me
get a handful
something.
of ass grab and you don't even know why. And then he talking about I don't know. Or you supposed to get a bite on your ear and you don't know where the fuck it
I don't
came
even
from.
know what happened.
We don't know. All we know we look up and there's a bite
For
on the ear
real.
and we be like, what the fuck going on?
Because if you make the decision to bite me, I'm going to bite you back.
Hmm.
Yes, you bite
For
me on
real.
the ear, I'm gonna bite you back.
Bite you
But
So
back.
that just goes to say, find out what the person is into.
True.
That's what you
look at
have to
Wendy
know
comment.
is find out what they're
Wendy,
into.
I wasn't gonna say that. So Wendy
Because,
said he's
sweetheart,
known for slapping booties.
if I have to tap you and tell you to get up, get somebody else to do it.
Mm, mm, mm.
Uh-oh.
If I have to tap you and tell you to get up, get somebody else to do it. No.
Oh, dear.
Mm.
Okay, we're being open and honest here. I had a question for Girl Pam. She answered it honestly. Jonathan, I have a question for you. Okay. This is gonna come out real nasty, but I ain't never did it, so don't y'all be looking at me like, what AB got going on? So, if a woman that you had just met, she had been drinking or maybe indulging in edible or some smoke or whatever, and she was feeling a little free. If she was to try and grab your, what's that? What would you do? Would you stop? Would you feel violated?
All right, Dr. McCarter, I hear
What
you.
Dr. McCall said? Dr. McCall said, I hear you saying, if I had been drinking, my partner knows to start it in the car because it's a very small window between drunk freaking me and drunk sleeping. Good answer. So, Jonathan, if you're, would you feel about, because I hear some women saying, man, go too far, and I hear some men saying, some women go too far. So is that too far? The touching of you? Because you're like me, you get more touchy after you've been drinking.
Right, right. Well, my biggest thing is I just want you to know that you know what you're doing. At least finesse me a little bit if you want to touch me a certain kind of way. Show me that you are very confident in what you're doing. Because if you play the game to a point to where you're trying to be super aggressive, and I know it's only because you got that liquor, it depends on the type of rapport I have with you. It depends on the respect that I have with you. We got that rapport like you and Pam got. Oh, okay. I know that we gonna make it on. I know that I need to bend you over on the hood of the car, pull up on the side of the interstate, and bend you over on the hood of the car and knock the sonic rings out your ass. And I get that. But there are some women I can feel the energy from them. They can get super aggressive, and I'm like, you really ain't about the shit that you're doing right now. And this is going to be
That's a turn off.
it's going to be a disappointment. For me, I want to see that you're comfortable in the shit that you're doing. The words that are coming out your mouth, you know exactly what you're doing and what you want. But for me, don't play that game with me when you sit up there, you doing shit to get my attention, but every other time you super fucking quiet and you don't know how to use your fucking words. I can't, no, I'm not turned off by that.
Drunk sex is a no.
That is a no.
Drunk sex, when I know you can back the shit up, I'm cool with it. But you're not supposed to hit me with no suspected drunk sex, and you ain't really served me with no foreplay because we gonna go back to this. Men love foreplay just as much
Because
as
when you
women
drunk,
do.
I will say, when this one,
See, this is war talk.
War talk.
See y'all.
War talk. War
I
talk.
will actually say that when I've been drinking, I don't have a stopping point.
Don't have a stop.
So I tend not to drink so much.
No,
I'll drink it.
that's a lie.
No, I try to stop because I know I don't stop.
She don't have a stop.
I don't have a stop.
But that's not a bad thing though.
Next subject. Oh, okay, it got hot in here. Anyway, girl Pam, you had some questions. I'm not fooling with you tonight. All on you. I don't even know where I'm supposed to go with this. Anyway, so some of the things I want you guys to learn. Like I said, go get this book. If you do not have this book, run to Amazon. They have used copies for $7 and $10. They have the new revised copy. They have revised. I'm going to get the new revised book because I just want to see. That, hold on, I just want to see that because previously they didn't mention homosexual sex, and I want to see if in the revised copy, the revised edition, that they added because it's not taboo anymore. And so that was one of the things that they did not talk about. Go ahead, John.
One more book. One more book. Ooh, one more book.
Let me put it in the comment. What's the name of it?
The Art of Seduction.
There you go. That's the one.
I need men, I need women to understand what seduction is. If you can seduce the fuck out of me, you can get what you out of me.
Hold on, John. Let me tell you what your niece said. Hannah talking about I left the conversation, came back and had to leave again.
She said she out of here. She's sick of us.
Go ahead about that book. I love that book.
No.
Go ahead, John.
So seduction. If anyone has taken out the time to, read The Art of War, The Art of War talks about a lot of strategy. It talks about a lot of using your mind before you use your emotions. It uses a lot of that. The Art of Seduction is one of the same. Being able to seduce and talk to your woman, being able to smell a certain way, being able to walk a certain way, or just knowing what that person on, that seduction shit is on a whole nother level. Art of seduction. For real.
The Art of Seduction and the Drug Sex. And I know our background got a little bit louder because the music got a little bit louder. People walking in, it's a little bit louder here. I told you I wasn't going to keep you guys on. Because I have a house full of actually grandmother, mother, aunts, uncle-in-law. Oh, I have a house full, which is why we do the podcast live. And so people are coming in. So I said I wasn't going to keep you guys long, but I had to come in, have this conversation with you. And this is our first edition of Adult Sex Ed 101. Um, we told you, we've given you the blueprint. We're going to continue to give you the blueprint and tell you the things that you need to do to keep your household hot, sexy, happy, and engaged. There's nothing like having a happy and engaged household. So I know I'm going to get ready to get out of here. I'm going to go to girl Pam first for final thoughts.
Final thoughts, people. The best thing I can say about this adult sex ed, have adult sex, people. We are too old to still be having sex like we had in high school. We are grown folks, so act like you're grown folks. Learn your body, learn your partner, learn what you like, and learn what they like. But best thing you can do is learn to have adult conversations with your mate.
Yes.
Don't be afraid to have those grown people conversations. You don't know where they can lead you, but have adult sex. And if you don't know how to have adult sex,
Call me or
learn how
inbox
to
me.
have
I'll
adult
tell you
sex
what you need to be doing.
and start a little war talk.
Ain't
If
nothing
you
like
don't
war
know how to
talk.
talk, start a little seduction. You ain't even gotta say nothing sometimes. Sometimes it can start with a little look. Get the ball rolling.
This motherfucker's crazy.
That's all.
Jonathan, final thoughts.
I appreciate Pam taking us to that very special place. Um, I'm gonna end it with this. There are ugly ass people out there having orgasms.
Oh, Jesus.
Yeah, I mean, let's
Wow.
just be real. Let's be real. There are
Woo.
ugly people having orgasms. So, sweetheart, if you feel like that you're gonna live in a space because you're pretty, that's not enough. Know how to violate the shit out yourself. Know how to enjoy yourself. But before you enter someone else into your space, know what it is to please them. Listen to them. Watch how they touch themselves when you talking to them. If you watch a motherfucker and see how she touch her neck or play in her hair, or how she breathe a certain way, or her temperature, or how she touches her own erogenous zone, them she giving you the cheat code.
Right.
Take the same shit that she's giving to you and give that shit right back fucking to her. So
Ooh,
you
yes,
know that you
yes,
mean that
yes.
shit and show that you're paying attention. That's it. That's it. For real. That's me.
Um,
That's my ending
Mm,
thoughts.
mhm.
my stop rubbing on my thigh, girl. Before I get to this girl's tripping. Before I get to my final thoughts, Wendy, you do not have to get a household first to have a happy household. It starts with you being happy in the household. If it means that
So
you
live.
plan
Your
to fill
your
with some
household
good
is your
things,
temple in your body.
there you go. That's your household.
For real,
This
that's
is
your
your
household.
household right here.
Right.
Your body and your temple. So you got the household. Now you
Cause
just got to
cause
make sure you
cause
find
cause if
somebody
it,
that's satisfied.
if a nigga shortchanging you, then you giving up free rent. I'm
And
sorry.
in the
Sweetheart.
words of Jonathan Ellison, what you say? Don't be a calm stopper,
Don't be a calm dumpster.
calm dumper.
Don't be a calm
There you
dog.
go.
No.
Make them
No.
motherfuckers elevate their game. My final thoughts are: make your sex partner elevate their game. It's very easy to do. You can do
Mhm.
it subtly or you can do it very direct. I'm just a very direct person. But there are subtle ways to make them elevate their game. And if you feel, I know a lot of people feel that at our age, I'm in my late 40s, that we're too old to still be teaching people. I don't feel that we're too old to be teaching people. However, I feel that if I have to teach you everything, then that's a waste of my time. I should have to teach you how to please me in certain ways,
Or
if
please
or
yourself.
please yourself in certain ways. But if you have to be taught everything, that's just not the partner for you. Get out of that shit. Life is too short. People dying that ain't never been dead before. You do not have time to wait or waste on the bullshit. My next thought: we do this podcast to educate, to teach. I've given you two books: The Joy of Sex and The Art of Seduction. If If come next week or next month or next year, we're still revisiting the same situation and the same scenario, it's because you didn't want to learn. We can only give you the tools to help yourself. If you choose not to use those tools or purchase those tools, hey, I don't know what to tell you. You will not be
Help
disappointed.
you help yourself.
Help yourself. You will not be disappointed if you get those two books. It will teach you a lot. Go
And
ahead.
stop being selfish. Don't always be a taker. Be a giver too. Give to us.
In other words, all you pillow princesses, we watching y'all ass. If they talking about y'all, you being a pillow princess, y'all get your shit together. Get
It's
your
better to
get
give than to always
hey,
receive.
instead of laying on your back, turn over on your stomach and get on in there. Okay? All right. Those are my final
Get
thoughts.
on in there.
Hey, stop laying on your back, turn on your stomach, and get on in there. What? I'm sorry. Okay, I gotta get out of here. I got a cigar waiting and half a glass of wine. We love you all for free. Don't forget every Wednesday night, 7 o'clock p.m.
Oh,
Think
one
for the
more
People
thing.
podcast. Oh,
The
hold on.
grandbaby is here.
Congratulations to my beautiful grandboy Nuggets.
Handsome face.
Handsome face Noah Cade has made his arrival and entrance in
Yes,
the world. I
sir.
love him to death. I
Sir.
also look. Let me. I forgot to do this at the beginning of the show. The third annual Louisiana Soul Food Festival. They are one of our sponsors. August 25th and 27th. I will repost these things on next week. They have celebrity chefs coming out. Um, they're having dominoes and soul food tournaments. They're doing the Pelican Car Bike and Truck Show. They're doing a dog show. They have so many things. So Shreveport, stop talking about what is not going on and get
A
involved in
seafood
what
bowl.
they have a seafood
Wow.
boil competition, y'all. I
Wow.
will post all of these again on next week because I know I'm late. I'm behind. I forgot to do it at the beginning of the show. But stop talking about what we don't have in Shreveport. Let's get behind some of the things we do have. Also, let me say this, and then I'm out of here. Brit Hope. We could not make it because we were being grandparents, but I heard that RT 2023 was absolutely amazing. Completely sold out. The pictures, everything I saw was wonderful. We can't wait for RT 2024 with the Virgin Arts Council. Also, this weekend we have Artish. It's only a $5 cover. Get your asses up and take your children somewhere. It's a $5 cover charge. Artish is Friday and Saturday night,
Don't forget to
as
let the
well
good
as
time roll
I was
festival.
about to say, as well as the Let the Good
We
Times
gotta
Roll
support
Festival.
the
We
bros.
gotta support the bros, the cues. Although if the Boosie is blocked up, they gonna tear Shreveport down. However, you know that
We still gotta
Boosie
support
is
the
on bed
bros.
charges and don't look like that motherfucker getting out. But go support the bros. We love you all. We appreciate you. Peace. We'll see you next week.